Welcome back to Von Blues Boxing. What's going on with everybody, man? So I wanted to make this video talking about the Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia, the issues with that fight. It hasn't been called off from what Jaime Munguia said and Jamal Charlo, from Jaime Munguia. But we see what Steve Espinoza said, head of Showtime. We also seen what Oscar De La Hoya said about the issues, with the fight. Now, my thing is this: who is it? Who's to blame? Is it PBC or is it DAZN? Golden Boy. To be honest, it seems like it's an issue with the networks, and this is something that I wanted to talk about for a while in the sport of boxing. A lot of boxing fans, a lot of times we accuse the fighters of ducking each other. We say, oh, he's ducking him. Oh, is this, is that. Oh, he's afraid of this fighter and this and that. But for a long time, I've looked at certain things and I came to the realization it's not really the fighters. It's really the networks. A lot of times these networks don't want to do business with each other because it takes money out of their pocket when they do business, unless it's a huge fight. Something like how Fury and Wilder was, or how you had back in the day when you had when you had with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Usually that's when they come together, when they can make a buttload of money. But I noticed certain fights, they don't really like coming together, and that's an issue in the sport of boxing. And I've been saying this for a while. I don't think it's always boxers ducking each other. I've been saying this for a while. A lot of times it's the networks. They don't want to split the pot. But from what I was reading, PBC would have it on Showtime, pay-per-view. They would have the rights in the States. Then Golden Boy would have the rights in the UK and Mexico. And my thing is this: when I look at the situation, I look at this. Jaime Munguia has been the ranked number one in the WBO and the WBC for some time. He had Demetrius Andrade. They both fight on DAZN. Demetrius Andrade is with Matchroom, and Jaime Munguia was with Golden Boy. I thought they could have made that fight, but it didn't happen for whatever reason. If it wasn't, they didn't think it was lucrative, or, whatever reason, that fight never happened. And so, and then, with Boo Andrade going up and fighting for the WBO title eliminator against Zach Parker at 168 pounds, Yanbeck became the mandatory, and they was trying to order him and Jaime Munguia to fight with each other. So Jaime didn't take that fight. He didn't show any interest in that fight. So they have already scheduled a fight with Dennis Diggum and Zanbeck. So it was, but he's taking this fight with Jamal Charlo, and Jamal Charlo and PBC were first to come and offer the deal. And so it made me kind of wonder. I'm like, well, why he didn't fight? And then, it was rumors, Jaime wanted to fight Triple G, but as we see, Triple G's been waiting on one fighter only for the past couple of years, and that's Canelo Alvarez. This is why he took two IBF. I think, mandatory fights. Two IBF ranked fighters. He fought both of them, and now he's fighting Rio Marato for the WBA title. So that fight didn't come off. So here we are, and it's just, with these networks, that's what I've been saying for a long time. A lot of times I don't think these fighters are afraid of each other. I just think these networks sometimes can get greedy, or sometimes they just want too much control over the situation, and the reality is this: in this situation, Jamal Charlo is the champion, and the champion team and promotional group offered the fight first. And I don't blame Jamal Charlo or Jaime Munguia, because Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia both already signed off to the fight. So you can't, the ducking narrative, y'all can kill that. You can't say it's either or fault. It comes down to Showtime and DAZN and Golden Boy and Al Heyman not, meeting that road. This fight needs to happen. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. Personally, I would like to see Jamal go up to 168, challenge Benavidez or Plant. That's just my opinion. I would like to see that more than seeing him fight Jaime Munguia. But Jaime Munguia is still a top level middleweight and a good opponent, and is a marketable fight. You know what I'm saying? Jaime gonna bring the Mexican crowd. Jamal is gonna bring his fan base, and that's just what it's gonna be. So it's a sense of you know, it's a good fight. It's a good, smart fight, and it'll do well, you know. But I just don't, you know, it's the networks, and I'm glad that this kind of happened. So maybe sometimes fight fans, we can pull back sometimes on, oh, he's ducking him, he's ducking him. Sometimes it's the networks, and they just don't want to work with each other, or they can't meet eye to eye on broadcasting and things of that nature. And the thing about the zone is, you know, the zone, you pay a certain amount every month, or you pay a yearly subscription, which I do pay the yearly subscription. So 98% of their fights are, you know, if you have the subscription, that's just on. They don't really do pay-per-view. You know, now they're doing with Canelo coming back over there on the zone. He's going to do 2 fights on pay-per-view. You know, first fight against Bivol and the second fight against Triple G. If Triple G is successful against Real Murata and the Canelo successful against Dimitri Bivol. So, you know, here's an opportunity for Jaime Munguia to make some pay-per-view money. I wouldn't have an issue if I was Oscar De La Hoya. I'd be like, all right, you know, yeah, it kind of sucks. I want to bring some of that money back to the zone, but let's do this fight. We got the rights in Mexico. We know a good amount is going to watch in Mexico. UK are big boxing fans, so they pretty heavy into boxing, so they more than likely going to watch the fight. Because they, you know what I'm saying? UK knows a little bit more, knows about boxing and things of that nature. So, you know, I just wanted to show that, like, you can't always blame it on the fighters. Sometimes it's the promoters and networks, and most of the times it is promoters and networks. Either they don't want to offer enough money, or they want too much control on the distribution of the fight. You know, it's always something. So, honestly, in my opinion, nobody ducked nobody. Jamal Charlo didn't duck Jaime Munguia. They both signed off to the fight. It's the promoters and networks. So, just wanted to give my thoughts on that. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Von Blues Boxing. I'm out.